My stage name is Audrey Noir, aka Feral, and Feral because I don't really understand myself socially, so I'm learning about myself more and more. And I'm from Ventura. I was born in Ventura County. I started from the dungeon. So I was doing pinup modeling when I was in college in 2014. Somebody said it was kind of later on, in my life. I didn't start in my late teens or anything like that. I started in my late 20s. And somebody said, you should model. And I got heavily into BDSM. Then Ken Marcus discovered me, and he kind of mentored me, and I started modeling a lot. And then eventually I got picked up by kink.com, and I did my very first adult film for them. So roughly around 2014, 2015. I was a rehabilitation counselor's assistant. I was working on my BA in psychology, and I was an artist. Well, that's pretty much it.
What kind of art you do?
I did surrealist paintings, oil paintings. My favorite medium was charcoal and that kind of art.
Cool.
And
You still do it?
No, it's like I guess artist block, and I haven't picked up painting or charcoal for about 5 years. I lost a significant other, and after that, just I don't know. I kind of stopped doing a lot, and then that's when I dropped out of school. I ended up getting heavily into BDSM, and then that's how I got discovered by Ken. And so then I kind of fell into the rabbit hole of adult and nude art. I love it. I wish it liked me more. I don't get a lot of work because I have crooked teeth, and I have my boobs aren't real big, and they're not super perky. So it's just they have that drop that would be sexy in a film or like an old a Renaissance portrait, but it's not porny. Adult has gotten me out of my body dysmorphic disorder. It kind of forced me out of it, and I've become more confident with my body. Oh, I dislike the phoniness. To be honest, I dislike the hypocrisy. Like we're diverse people, we're open-minded, but a lot of them aren't, and a lot of them are like let's preach in the street corner type of thing. I forgot whose verse that was. Mental health matters, and then if you come across as weird or unstable, people just treat you like you're a total freak. Well, at least in my experience, if you're not a huge name. First time I was naked in front of the camera, I was a guest. I was living with a sadist in San Francisco after about a year after my fiance died. And he took me to the upper floor, which was in the Armory building, which was was it like a aircraft hangar from like World War II or something like that in San Francisco. The guy I went with was a sadist, so as soon as we got in, they looked me up and down. They said, okay, yeah, you're hot, you could come in and be filmed, just sign this paperwork, make sure you're 18, whatnot. And first thing he does is he cuffs me. I'm wearing this really pretty kind of Audrey Hepburnish. I had really short hair and this collar around my neck and nothing but a garter belt. and stockings on underneath, and not even underwear, because I was told not to wear underwear. And so he unzips me in front of the whole crowd of people. It's very Kubrickian, the atmosphere, and very eyes wide shut. And some people were even wearing masks, and most people were naked. Everyone was pretty much naked except the men. And my dress, and I always hated my boobs. So I had no choice but to have my boobs seen. And so I was really anxious, and it took about 20 minutes. People were looking at me, but they weren't looking like, ew, they were looking like, and I don't know, it finally, that anxiety dissipated, and I felt in my element. There was, Jim Powers, who I knew about before. I was like, I hope I get to shoot with him. And then performers, Jessie Jane, the Pirates movie. I thought, she's actually, people say adult performers aren't very good actors, and they are. And Sasha Grey, your wife, Ashley Blue. If I stayed in porn, I would probably be the Joan Crawford of porn. Right now, I think I'm the Marla Singer of porn, kind of a train wreck. And in school, and, doing something with all those credits I worked really hard for. And I really want to get back to helping people with traumatic brain injuries, help people reintegrate them into society, because I've struggled. I did, when I was a teenager, I did a lot of drugs, and it actually made me catatonic for a year. I was mute. I could go to school, I could study, I could understand all the nasty things people were saying to me. I even had people spit gum at me, things like that. And so I've been through it, and that's what gave me the passion to help people who either were born with problems, social problems, or lost the ability to function.